and welcome to SAISD News. I'm Brooklyn Dindle from Lakeview High School.
And I'm Logan Ledesma from Central High School.
Students in San Angelo recently enjoyed visiting a traveling exhibit from the Library of Congress.
The Gateway to Knowledge is an exhibition that is traveling across the country in a customized 18-wheel truck. The exhibit includes programming gear to teachers and students and provides relevant and engaging learning experience for lifelong learners. The truck is staffed by 2 museum docents who are well versed in the library and its collections. The museum-style exhibits include multimedia displays and facsimiles of national treasures such as the Gutenberg Bible and a rough draft of the Declaration of Independence.
Well, we are really glad to be here in San Angelo with the Gateway to Knowledge traveling exhibit. What we've put together here with the library is a brief overview of the collections at the Library of Congress. There are more than 145 million items at the Library of Congress. We can't talk about all of those in our truck. We sure can talk a lot about it. What we do is we try to share some of the treasures in the collection at the Library of Congress and hopefully give people an idea of how large and how vast the collections are. We're fortunate enough with the middle school students that are going to be visiting the exhibit, going to be working on our scavenger hunt. So after we talk to you a little bit about the Library of Congress, give you an introduction, you actually get to go through and explore the displays, answering some questions, trying to find the answers to a scavenger hunt. It's a lot of fun and it gives you a chance to explore the information on your own terms, to work with partners and see what you can find.
Students at Lee Middle School have been learning hands-on about local water quality issues.
A group of 7th graders known as the River Rebel Scientists have been meeting with Christy Uger from the Upper Colorado River Authority to learn about the watersheds and non-source pollution. As a part of the school's Fabulous Fridays, students meet at the Concho River Aquatic Research and Education Center to collect and test their own water samples.
Today we had out Lee Middle School students, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and they are the river scientists for several weeks where they're studying different aspects of water quality of the Concho River. And this particular week we were looking at bacteria, so we took samples from different spots along the river and talked about why bacteria, too much bacteria is not good for our river, and sources of that as well. And we took different samples and then we brought it up here to the Water Education Center and set the samples up and set them in a medium that's optimal for bacteria growth. And then we set those and put them in an incubator, and we'll do that for 1 day, and then we'll check and see how much bacteria we have. Really, it gives the students an idea of their river. It gives them an idea of the importance of taking care of it, what goes into this. It also introduces them to possible careers for them as well. And those of them that you can tell really enjoy scientific aspects of this, they get exposed to that as well.
Kindergarten students at Lamar Elementary recently completed their fairy tale unit with the Royal Feast and Ball.
The Royal Feast and Ball is an annual event at the school in which parents join their students for a musical program and a meal. Students dress like princes and princesses and perform several songs for their parents in the cafeteria. Students and parents then gathered in their classrooms to eat lunch together.
Our Royal Feast and Ball is kind of the end of our fairy tale unit that we do in kindergarten. And all month we've been talking about different fairy tales and characters of the fairy tales and parts of the story, settings. And then we have our big Royal Feast and Ball where the girls dress as princesses and the boys are knights. And we do a big program and sing all of our Valentine's songs. The feast is just our Valentine's party. We have parents that are awesome enough to make food, bring food, and then the kids eat it and they love it.
Students at Goliad Elementary have been practicing their nonverbal communication skills with a unique learning activity.
5th graders were challenged to work in groups to create a character from a poem they had just heard. Students were not allowed to use any traditional ways of communicating, such as speaking or written messages during the task. The students had to use inference skills to imagine what the character looked like and complete the task together in total silence within a set period of time.
The only drawback to a normal group activity, and the uniqueness of this one, is that there's no non-traditional communication going on. They can't speak, and they can't write notes, and they can't move their lips, so they have to communicate within the group to accomplish their task. Cooperation within a group is one of the main reasons that we let the kids work in groups. Secondly, it allows some of the children that on a normal basis are not as verbally confident in groups to step up and lead their co-workers, their peers into accomplishing the task. It's amazing and a good thing, a rewarding thing to see that those kids then step out and are able to work together and sometimes just take over and direct what's going on. So that, and of course the regular objectives that we want to learn, that are the skills, inferencing and all of that.
That concludes this episode of SAISD News.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.